Ah, okay, here we go, finally. Your blood about being 93% alcohol by the end of the stream. Oh, Hoimer. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, those little light show ones are so cute. Why are we still here just to suffer? Yes! Yes, indeed. Okay, 1 second. I forgot to do some stuff. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. Just not now. Fine, whatever. I'll just let another program update midstream. Why not? Why not? This is fine. Oh, at least good stuff. The other stuff, more or less ready. So my plan today is to do a kind of short library stream, and then I'll do probably about a 30-minute break, followed by a hand cam. Just a sculpting hand cam, because, yeah. I want to have hand cam sculpting stream today. I got some new clay, so I'm pretty happy about that. Oh my gosh, yes. Please, just let me in. It says you have been logged in. It's not working though. Okay, there we go. Clay reveal. Yeah, clay. I mean, it's polymer clay. It's not real clay. I do have real clay, but it's all a disaster right now. But I haven't fixed yet. Ha 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 ha. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, redeems are back on. Okay, redeems are back on. Let me make sure they work. Perfect. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, so I got a little tiny bit of assistance with my builds here, so I don't think I really changed Tiff. Except now it's just triple sunset blade. Weatherby is a little different. Weatherby is now based more on debuffs, especially paralysis. So it's just trying to get a bunch of paralysis on the enemies. Also got Shrine to Music and Heavy Peaks for some nice feeble. And then Angle, she definitely got the most reworking done. So her build is discards and trying to use binding arms as many times as possible. I found out that unfortunately only the version of a card that got used is the one that gets discounted. So it is down to a single binding arms, a whole bunch of daring decision, just discard everything. Outburst for light restoration and loosen up for light restoration. And then she's got bottom deal, so when discarding a page, draw 1 page at the start of the next scene. Okay, good, Bongo Cat's working. Bop, bop, bop. Light at the end of the scene, 3 HP when discarding. Fragile from blunt attacks, which she has a fair number. And then we also threw Olga's Margin on here. At the end of each scene, restore 1 light and draw 1 page if the hand is empty. Ideally, the hand will always be empty at the end of the turn, but we will see if that actually is how this plays out. And then just more damage on paralysis. Look at him go. Yeah, look at that little bongo boy go. So yeah, that's what I did. And look, she's been defeated. Yay! And Tiff, glorious top Tiff. She has a mustache. Bongo Boy is gone. It's okay. Bongo Boy can come back. Replay her on stream. No, I refuse. I refuse. I'm done. I'm tired of it. I'm not doing it again. I am sorry that it ended up happening off stream. It's like I did one more run just to show my brother, like, hey, this is the game I think you should play. And look, this is the boss that's been beating my ass all day. And then I ended up beating it, so it's fine. I mean, I'm glad it's done. But yeah. Lamer, I don't like it when you say stuff like that. It was the Queen of Hatred. It was the Queen of Hatred. Anyway, we're doing the one after the dawn. Yay! Okay, Book of Union, Book of Salvador. Woo, let's go. How did I do that? Frick if I know at this point. It felt like luck. Oh, jeez. I mean, on stream, I got her pretty low. Where's the music? Why is the music not here? I swear I turned it off once and now it's just gone forever. Oh, they're so cute though. Oh my gosh, I love their outfits. I'm assuming that we get their cards and fashion. Fashion. I love Tiff's outfit right now, but I want to put her in that. The wedge fixer. Pamela, help yourself. You're gonna starve to death if you don't eat anything.
신경 써주셔서 감사합니다만 아직 입맛이 없어요.
Thanks for the meal, but I don't feel like eating it.
사무소가 통째로 전멸했는데 그럴만하지. 그래도 마음 독하게 먹으라고.
No wonder your office got wiped out. You should harden your heart still. Dang. Okay. He's no longer a Dawn Fixer, he's an ex-Dawn Fixer.
자기 잘못이라고 생각하고 있어?
Do you think it was your fault?
네. 제가 말렸더라면.
Yes. Had I stopped them.
제가 좀 더 노련하고 강했더라면.
Had I been stronger and more mature.
제가 도망치지만 않았더라면.
Had I stayed there, not run away.
그러면 네 책임이야.
Then it's your fault.
예?
Huh?
네가 어리숙하고 약해 빠져서 동료들이 다 죽은 거 맞다고.
You were too daft and weak to keep the others safe. It's your fault that everyone died.
이제 마음이 좀 편해졌어? 네가 편한 대로 생각하면 돼.
Feel better now? Think what you want.
일이 벌어지면 결과에 생각하기 편한 이유를 갖다 붙이면 되잖아?
When something happens, all you gotta do is make up reasons that are convenient to you now.
실제 원인이 무엇인지보다 납득하고 싶은 대로만 생각하고 싶은 거잖아.
It's not like you actually care about the cause. You just want to believe whatever that conveniences you. Or convinces you. Yeesh. Words.
어이 꼬맹이들 너무 괴롭히지 마.
He's a pirate. He's a pirate. Oscar the pirate. Hey kids, don't bully that boy too hard now.
난 안 괴롭혔어. 갈궜던 건 파멜리뿐이라고.
I didn't do anything. Or I didn't do anything. It was all Pumley. John Bloodborne. Oscar Bloodborne. He really does. He really does look like that. I want to play one of the Bloodborne. Well, I want to play both Bloodborne sometime. Although maybe first I should actually finish Elden Ring. I still haven't actually done that.
그래 필립. 이제 이야기할 정신이 들었나?
Alright, Phillip. Feeling well enough to talk now.
네. 배려 감사드립니다.
Yes. Thank you for your kindness.
형제 사무소인데 돕고 살아야지.
We're sister offices after all. Gotta help each other out. Are you doing the Ronnie ending on Eldon? I am already her wife, so.
미안하게 됐네. 우린 그때 마침 12구 골목에서 뒤틀림 사건을 처리하던 중이었어.
I'm sorry we couldn't help. We were in the middle of handling a case of the distortion in the streets of District 12. So I have a faith-based paladin for Elden Ring. Well, this isn't going to help my masochist label at all, but when I first started, I went and I tried to fight the worm underneath. I got my ass handed to me very, very hard, many times. And eventually I gave up on that fight. I started off as a crusader, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna defeat this guy. And then I got outside and I saw the sentinel. I was like, this guy's gonna die. It took me a very long time, but I did it. And then I pumped up my stats until I could use that halberd. And then that golden halberd was my weapon until I got the tree spear. Yeah. And now tree lasers. Woo! Okay, back to actual story.
8시에 서커스에 당한 놈들은 오직 광기와 쾌락만을 위한 쇼를 펼치더군.
Those victimized by the 8 o'clock circus held a show of pure insanity and hedonism. Strength build, hybrid strength and faith. I sound like an inventory and a half. Yeah. This was before I started streaming though, so. Oh gosh, I haven't touched. It's been a long time since I touched my my single player Elden Ring character. Yeah. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while. Owl and I have also been playing a co-op one where I went straight mage and he went, I think he's just going pure strength for that build. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. We haven't played in a while though. Timing just hasn't been right and stuff's been getting in the way. But I very much want to finish that playthrough with him. Okay, anyway.
마치 지옥 속의 축제 같았지. 시간이 애를 먹었어.
It was akin to a festival in hell. Gave us quite a bit of trouble. Sounds interesting.
그래서 나 몸 한 번 교체했잖아. 이 몸은 정말 내 취향이 아닌데.
I had to get my body replaced too. This one's seriously not my style. Oh, I see. The lowly body is just not what she likes.
의체인가요? 하지만 그 모습은 윤리 개정안에 걸리지 않나요?
Is that a robotic body? Doesn't that shape infringe the ethics amendment though?
의체가 아니라 내 몸의 복사본이야. 내가 예전에 들어두는 생체 복구 보험이 있거든.
It's not mechanical. It's a clone of my body. I got biological body recovery insurance some time ago. Dang rich people. They could just do that. Man. I was about to think like, oh, then why didn't the people who got booked do that? But then it's like, oh, right, because they got booked. Of course they can't come back if they got booked.
파멜리의 몸뚱아리는 형체도 남지 않게 찢겨서 이 방법이 아니고서야 해결책이 없더라고.
Pamela's body was torn apart beyond recovering, so this was the only way we had left for her.
그나마 대가리라도 남은 게 다행이었지. 해결사 보험은 돈만 빼먹는 순 도둑놈들인 줄 알았는데 드물게 덕을 본 거야.
Her head was thankfully intact. I thought fixer insurances were a complete robbery, but it did help us out for once.
참, 너네 사무소는 해결사 보험 같은 거 안 들어뒀어?
Speaking of, doesn't your office have any insurance?
얼마 안 된 신입이라 경황이 없어 그것까지는 잘 모르겠습니다.
I was a relatively new member at that office, so I didn't know that much.
나중에라도 알아보는 게 좋을 거야. 보험 형태와 조건도 다양하니까.
Yeah, you'll want to see if the office had any. There are many types of insurance with various conditions.
몸을 복구한 건 다행인데 말이지. 왜 하필 이런 몸일까?
It's nice to have a body again, but why'd it have to be this?
뭐? 당장 급해서 기껏 복사 시술을 해줬는데 저 새끼 말하는 꼬라지 봐라.
What? I urgently had body cloning surgery to save you, and this is how you thank me?
비싸면 뭐하냐고. 거울 볼 때마다 삶의 의욕이 안 나는데.
What's the point? Even just looking at the mirror is discouraging. Gosh, this is so rude. Like, jeez. She's like, I'm sorry, but you're not cute enough for me. You're not pretty enough for me. I feel ugly and hideous just looking in the mirror. She's just so rude. What the heck?
그 몸 망가뜨리기만 해봐.
Don't you dare damage that body.
아니다. 그냥 이번에는 어떤 방법으로든 복구할 수 없게 죽어버리는 게 낫겠다. 그러면 복사본 값은 안 줘도 돼.
You know what? Why don't you just die a permanent death this time? That way you can't be recovered by any means. You won't have to pay me for the cloned body then.
맞짱 뜨자는 거?
You asking for a fight? I guess that's not how old these fixers are. Oh gosh. Given that you're asking me that, there's no way that they're actually in their 20s. I'll go high and say like 50.
그래, 이 새끼야.
Yeah, you punk.
살바도르 말대로 자네 쌍화차 타는 솜씨 하나는 일품이군.
Hey, Draken. You might make this a question regular for each reception. You know, why not? If you want to, you can. You certainly are masterful at making sangshua cha, as Salvador said. This stuff still sounds disgusting.
과찬이십니다.
You flatter me, sir.
필립, 자네 생각은 어떤가? 도서관이 뒤틀림과 관련이 있어 보였나?
A penny for your thoughts, Phillip. Did the library appear to be related to the distortion phenomenon in any way?
모르겠습니다. 뒤틀림을 직접 겪어본 적이 없어서요.
I'm not sure. I haven't experienced the distortion myself. Oscar's 53, Salvador's 54 for reference, Pomeli is 29, and Pamela is 26. Philip is 24. Okay, so if I had actually just gone off of their appearances, I would have been kind of close. Noted.
하지만 그 어떤 것보다도 이질적으로 보였습니다.
But that place looked more alien than anything I've ever seen.
스승님과 선배는 그곳에서 책으로 바뀌었고
And Master and Sanbei, they got turned into books there.
도움이 안 되는군.
That doesn't help.
이 문제에 대해서는 여러 협회가 꽤 예민해져 있다네.
Several associations have started keeping an eye on this matter.
협회뿐만이 아니지. 날개와 손가락들도 뒤틀림에 대해서는 어떻게 해야 할지 감을 못 잡고 있으니까.
It's not just about the associations. Even the wings and the fingers are clueless about what to make of the distortion.
예,
Alright.
그런 건 아무 상관없다는 표정이구만.
You don't seem too interested in the current topic.
뒤틀림이고 뭐고 간에 자네는 지금 당장이라도 도서관으로 돌아가서 동료들의 책을 찾고 싶은 것이지.
You must want to forget all about this fuss about the distortion and head right back to the library and retrieve the books of your colleagues.
마음 같아서는 그러고 싶습니다.
I wish I could do just that.
하지만 스승님께서 남겨주신 쪽지에는 섣불리 행동하지 말고 오스카님에게 의지하라고 적혀 있습니다.
But my master said to me in his note that I shouldn't act hastily and instead depend on your aid.
그 친구도 참 곤란한 걸 떠넘겨줬군.
That old friend left me with quite the troublesome little fellow.
이 일이 늘 그래왔지만 그 친구 아내와 자식들 상심이 크겠어.
Death is a staple in this business, but his wife and children must be heartbroken still.
혹시 만나봤나?
Have you met them?
아니요. 아직 찾아뵙진 못했습니다.
No, I couldn't visit them yet.
왜지?
Why is that?
면목이 없어서 말이죠.
I'm too ashamed to face them.
우리의 다음 목적지는 도서관이네. 장비 챙겨두도록.
Our next stop will be the library. Ready your gear.
감사합니다.
Thank you, sir.
착각하지는 말게. 목적지가 같기 때문에 데려가 주는 것뿐이니까.
Don't mistake this for kindness. We're simply taking you with us because we were already planning to go there.
그리고 친구에 대한 최소한의 책임을 치를 뿐이지.
And this is the least I can do to bear responsibility for my old friend's death.
적어도 우리 사무소에서는 절대 자네 같은 해결사를 받지 않을 거야.
Personally, I never let a fixer like you join my office. It would give us a bad name. Ouch. Like, jeez. Yeah, I never let a fixer like you join. He'd give us a bad name. You scrub.
동료들을 위해서 받은 은혜에 보답하기 위해서 행동하는 것이 그렇게 한심한 일입니까?
Is it wrong? Is it so pathetic for me to want to repay the favors of my colleagues? Their sake.
어딜 가도 정에 연연하지 말라느니, 급에 맞지 않는다느니, 어리숙하다느니.
Everyone says not to act upon attachment. That's an unclassy and naive thing to do.
해결사라면, 아니, 도시에 살아가는 사람이라면 누군가를 위해서 행동하면 안 되는 것입니까?
Can't we as fixers? No, as people living in the city, do anything on the behalf of others?
짜증나서 못 들어주겠네. 네가 잘못 생각하고 있다고 했어?
Gosh, you're insufferable. You didn't even say that you're wrong or anything.
그런 생각을 하는 해결사는 우리 사무소에서 받지 않겠다는 것뿐이잖아. 궁상 좀 떨지 마.
He just doesn't want those kind of fixers in our office. Simple as that. Don't be a miserable little ass about it. Except he was very much insulting him earlier. Saying that I'd give them a bad name. Jeez.
감정에 휘둘리는 놈만큼 등을 맡기기에 위험한 놈도 없으니까.
Nothing is as unreliable as someone who's easily swayed by their feelings.
너 하나 챙기자고 우리가 다 죽어도 된다는 거야 뭐야?
Do you want us all to die so you can fulfill your ideals or what?
자네는 자신이 누군가를 위해서 행동한다고 굳게 믿고 있겠지.
You must be sincerely believing that your actions are for others.
삭막하고 이기적인 도시의 사람들과 달리 자신은 이타적으로 행동하고 있다고.
That you are different from all the other unkind and selfish denizens of the city.
그 이상의 가치를 위해 싸우고자 한다고.
Thinking that you are fighting for some higher cause.
하지만 그것은 철저히 이기적인 생각이야.
But know that those are in fact entirely selfish thoughts.
이기적인 생각 중에서도 자신을 속이는 가장 위험한 부류지.
It's the most dangerous kind of selflessness. You deceive yourself into thinking that you're selfless. I meant to say selfishness up there. I'm not sure if I actually did.
이타적인 행동이라는 건 인간에게 있을 수 없어. 누군가를 위해서 목숨을 바치겠다는 것도 자신을 위한 것이야.
There could be no such thing as a selfless action for humans. Even the act of self-sacrifice is ultimately for oneself. That's a very depressing way of thinking about stuff.
그것도 주위의 사람들을 좀먹으며 파멸로 이끄는 아주 위험한 이기주의.
A very dangerous kind of selfishness. One that slowly eats away at your peers and leads them to damnation.
말은 그럴싸하겠지만 정말 네가 살바도르나 다른 동료들을 위해서 열을 내는가 싶기도 하군.
You gave a fine speech, but I must wonder if you're truly upset for the sake of Salvador and your other late colleagues.
먼저 준비하고 있도록 하겠습니다.
I'll go prepare myself.
필립이라는 녀석이 상처받았을지 어떨지 모르지만 나도 동의하는 바야.
The Phillip guy seems to be hurt, but I agree with Oscar here.
자신이 아닌 누군가를 위해서라는 껍질 뒤에 숨은 이기주의만큼 지독하고 위험한 게 없어.
Few things are as dangerous and nasty as selfishness in the guise of for the sake of someone else.
알 것 같아. 자신이 아닌 누군가를 위한 것이라 각오한 마음만큼 무섭고 추악한 게 없지.
I think I know what you mean. The determination to work for the good of others can be a dreadful and loathsome weapon. Is she talking about A here? Although I feel like A was very openly selfish about his desires. Like, theoretically, he was working for the good of the people, but it was really just that he was working for Carmen's dream. And Phillip deserves every bad thing that happens to him. I can't bring myself to agree with that.
그것이 희생을 감수할 가치가 있는 정이라고 생각할수록
Especially if one strongly believes that the justice they're pursuing is worth sacrificing for. I think it's more dangerous when they're willing to sacrifice other people in the name of for somebody else. Like what happened in Lopcourt. Or even what's happening here, where it's like, oh, it's for the sake of our light that we're willing to throw all these people into the meat grinder.
그 자부심에 취해 주의를 보지 않는 거야. 어떻게 되든 상관없는 거지.
They're blinded by self-righteousness and have no regards for their surroundings. They don't care what happens to others.
오직 그 정의를 위해 다른 것들을 짓밟아가며 달려나가도 돼. 당위성이 부여되니까.
They justify themselves for pressing forwards, pursuing their justice, crushing everything in their way. Angela, are you just talking about the library right now?
와하, 이번엔 정말 마음이 통한 것 같아. 나 감동했어.
Wow, this might be the first time we understood each other for real. I'm touched, man.
샴페인이라도?
How about some champagne?
야, 표정 안 펴? 짜증나게 하네 진짜.
Stop frowning already, would you? You're so annoying.
극복해가는 중이잖아. 배려 좀 해주자.
He's still recovering. You should give him some space. Callback? Yeah. Yep. Would you like some champagne, manager? Your first employee death is something to be celebrated, right?
이런 사소한 것도 미묘한 컨디션에 영향을 준다고.
Tiny things like this can still affect my psyche.
됐습니다. 전 신경 쓰지 마세요. 여러분 발목은 잡지 않겠습니다.
Never mind. You don't need to care about me. I'll try not to be a hindrance.
자네가 발목을 잡을 것 같다고 판단한 순간 난 자네를 꿰뚫을 거야.
I'll stab you as soon as I determine that you're getting in our way.
환영합니다, 손님. 분위기가 영 좋지 않네요.
Greetings, dear guests. Though your group seems to be in a rather ill mood.
기계인 줄 알았다만 인간이 섞여 있는 것인가?
I thought you were a machine, but could it be that you are partially human?
너무 그렇게 노려보지는 마. 죽이려고 찌른 건 아니고 잠깐 확인해보고 싶었으니까.
Don't stare at us so viciously now. We just poked you to make sure, not to kill you or anything. I mean, Angela has a bit of a history with people just trying to attack her out of the blue, so I can't really blame her for getting defensive about it.
무례하네. 예절이란 것을 배우지 못했나 봐.
How rude. Hasn't anyone taught you to behave?
도서관의 사서는 상냥하다고 들었는데.
I heard the librarian of this place was supposed to be nice.
다짜고짜 뺨을 날리는 손님에게 더 이상 예의를 갖출 필요성을 못 느껴서 말이야.
Someone advised me that there's no need to be courteous with ill-mannered guests who slap and spit in my face without reason.
미안하네. 우리 목숨이 어떻게 될지 모르는 상황에서 예의를 차릴 틈 같은 건 없어서 말이야.
I apologize. We couldn't afford to be polite when our very lives were at risk.
어련하시겠어?
Oh, really now?
전에 들은 정보와는 인상이 다르네.
This isn't like what we heard about her at all.
나름의 고충이 있나 보지.
She must have had her own woes. Okay, 2 acts. What's gonna be act number 2 if we're already fighting these guys? Okay, and I can use 4 librarians. Can I? No, I can't select a 4th from a different floor, can I? Fella, did I? Okay. Theoretically, I did make Vela build as well. So, I guess we'll go ahead and use Bloodhod's team. Oh my gosh, 81? Can I have that? Upon taking a lethal blow, reduce all incoming damage, including what activated this passive by 25 for the scene. How much health does he get after that? Salvador's page is gold while Oscar's is purple, but Salvador over Oscar confirmed. Oh. Yeah, you're right. You're right. High speed stabbing, 0 cost. Okay. Sparking spear, unused draw page. Ooh, nice, another page. Oh, and this is why you guys said about making a piercing one. Transpierce 6 to 18. Oh my gosh. And it's got guard afterwards. And on hit, deal 5 damage to target. Just additional damage. Okay. And yeah, just more piercing. Wow, okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Pierce just gets extra power. Okay, and the girls also get that. And then he's burn. Rue. Oh, I don't have that one. Pierce dice power plus 1 go burr. Yeah. Stigmatize. Gain 1 negative emotion point. Inflict 1 burr. Huh. Interesting. Oh, gain power double the current emotion level. I see. Collision on clash when restore 1 light. Ooh, that's a really good one. Oh, I like that a lot. It's got not bad numbers either. How the heck am I gonna kill Oscar? Look at 25. I have to hit over 25 damage. And Bullseye only does 20. Oh wait, it's only for the scene. Never mind, we're good. Never mind. It's only for the scene. Okay, for some reason I was reading like for the entire act. It's like, crap, how am I gonna kill this guy? Okay. Well, we will give this a shot. But 1 floor, 2 acts. What the heck is the other act gonna be? Okay. Here we go. I can do it for the sake of my master and Sunbei. You're getting in my way, so stay in your position. Want to say goodbye to your body twice? Seems that you've learned nothing from the incident last time. Keep your focus on the enemies. You want to keep picking fights, huh? Why don't you worry about your own body? Pro tip, avoid damage. Okay, thanks. Great tip. Okay, they do not like Aerith today. And he's just starting with Transpeers. Okay, that's cool. Just ouch. Okay, and we can't change that one. And we don't have anything that would work on that. Yeah. That's just gonna hurt. And she just doesn't have anything else that'd be very good for it. At least against that 2 to 7. Could just go ahead and use Sharpened Blade, but yeah, just not great. Not great. Well, there's at least a chance that a little bit of damage would get through Sharpened Blades, so. But man. Maybe I'll just go head to head. Because that one's at least a chance of getting through. Actually. Okay. Actually, no. We're gonna do Sharpened Blade against. Guess it doesn't really matter. We just unga bunga with guns. I understand why you say that. You know what? Sharpened Blade actually has a pretty good chance against high-speed stabbing. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then she's gonna do Rules of the Backstreets. If I get lucky, she might win that clash. I have to get very lucky though. Because, yeah, that's a 7 to 19. He's just gonna do a ton of damage. And she's doing slashing, right? Yes, okay. Okay, what are the other ones we're dealing with? Got a 4 to 7, 3 to 5 from both of the girls, and he is 2 to 7, 2 to 5, 2 to 5. It's okay, Lucas Harlow. I understand the enjoyment of gun. Unfortunately, people seem to dislike gun. People just seem to be very anti-gun. It's a little funny, but oh darn it. Okay, Bong Bong's just getting hit by both of those. I can't do anything about that. Could do head-to-head. 37, 4 to 7. It's like playing Blob Corp with like non-escaping Abnos. Are you sure? You know, I don't believe you when you say that. You know what? I might go with now die. Just for funsies. +6 power on C1 doesn't carry you that hard, IMO. Yeah, I think I agree with Fanatic here. Like, it's a lot, to be sure, but... then maybe I should redo my gun build, so that's more just bursty. Because according to you guys, I even did my gun build wrong. And yes, I am just gonna make fun of you guys the entire time. Because I can. You might know, I am gonna do a head-to-head. I want the card draw from sunup. And we're gonna try to murder him. And Bong Bong's just gonna have to take that hit. Alright, 2 to 7, 2 to 5, 2 to 5. Could just go with indiscriminate. Yeah, indiscriminate's not too bad. It's not about the +6, it's about the build variety or lack of. Ooh, Phillip is weak to slashing. I didn't actually look at the other weaknesses. Okay, and he is very resistant to piercing. Got it. Okay. But we can still do slashing. Let's see. Could do flank attack or just now die. How about die? We only get used 1 die, but I want him dead. I want him as dead as I can. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Kind of. Ow. Ow. Come on, guys. Please roll better than this. Oh man, that could have gone better. That definitely could have gone better. Oof. Okay, at least Vel's not getting attacked this turn, but... okay. 3 to 6, 3 to 7. Oh, right. For Phillip, I kind of want to kill him fast, huh? I want Oscar to die first, though. And again. Just can't. Can't avoid these. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to let Spear get through. And we'll attack him with... yeah, with something. Maybe just return fire. It's not great, but... or just say screw it and bullseye. Screw it. Gun. Okay, so height speed stabbing. We've got 2 of those incoming. I could have Vela jump in front of one of them. Theoretically, I could also have Bong Bong jump in front of one. Alright, 4 to 7, 3 to 5. Except her pierce power is up one, so it's actually 4 to 7, 4 to 6. 4 to 7, 4 to 6. Okay, we could just go here's my chance. I think that's a good pick. And then I might just have to let Bong Bong take a hit. If I have her jump in front of that. Or I could still just have Vela take it. Because she's also a bleed build. Just not a self-bleed build. Okay, could go with Sharpen Blade. Boost slash dice power by +2, and then go with the head-to-head as well. Actually, that would do really good. Oh, I wish I could have her jump in front of that. I wish. Okay, I'll have head-to-head take that one. And then still use Sharpen Blade as well. Just because I know it won't be clashing, but that's okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, she will just be taking a 1 to 5 hit. Although... okay, yeah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Okay, hot. Another 2 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. If she only has one light. Okay. 2 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. Could go Flash a Sun up. Or Flank Attack. Oh, right, but they're 2 to 6. They're actually 2 to 6. They're actually 2 to 6. That's okay. I'll take my chances with that. And then just go Taste of Chain. Just keep attacking him. I want him to die. And that is why for Bong Bong, I am also going to have her attack him as well. I want him dead. Or I could have her attack Phillip instead. Just keep him from getting that power up. Because he is very weak to slashing. And this does do a good bit of slash damage. Phillip or Oscar, that is the question. I might already have enough going for Oscar this turn, but... no, I want Oscar dead. I just want Oscar dead. Hello, Manager Squire. Hello, Legit. Welcome. Ah, beautiful. Ow. Ow. My poor girl. Nice. Okay, well, I guess I kinda hit him a little bit too much this turn, but oh well. Gosh darn it, nothing's doing damage. Oh boy, bleed! Oh, but look at the day. Oh, look at the day, my beloved. Oh, look at the day, my beloved. For the Bloodhod, I believe that for the Bloodhod. Okay, he can die now. Oh my god, he's 16 bleed on him. 16 bleed. If only. If only I could just let him attack once and just die. Oh, that'd be so good. Okay. Finish him. Okay. Fella, what are you dealing with? Oh, board 8, board 8. Okay. Ooh, we do have a head-to-head, though. Or Crack of Dawn. Ha ha ha. Oh, I love Crack of Dawn. It's so good. It's just so good. I was your top 3rd most watched channel this year. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. I need to post my recap. Apparently I was in the top 10% of LobCorp streamers. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, I'll have to post that. Okay, what is this one? Another. Oh darn. Oh no, now die. Oh no, I could use that. Oh man. I might just have Bong Bong take him out with a flash of sun up. Let's save somebody else with a 0 cost. Rules of Backstreets. We could do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, I'll let Vela take him out. Using top 10 for library. Top 10 viewer or streamer? I'm slightly confuzzled. I'm sorry. That is an Oscar and a Phillip, yes. Okay, Vela's got her stuff sorted. Bong Bong. He's going to do Flash of Sun up. Just to make sure that Phillip actually dies. And then I'll have Blood Hot attack. Probably her. Should just do double Here's My Chance. Just for glorious murder. Yeah, she should definitely die from this. You hate him with a burning passion? I feel like that's a very common thing for people to say. Oh, he ran away again. Okay. Good job, Hod. Oh boy, bleed! Block dice gain 1 to 2 power, deal 2 to 7 damage. Stagger on a deflect. We don't really do defensive in here, so... On hit, if dice roll max value, inflict 1 to 2 paralysis, bind, and fragile. But... Slash. So... Slash. Ooh, music change. I couldn't help it. I got afraid again. Screw you, Phillip. It's what we should always expect when we do work like this. Perhaps I've gotten too slowed up and I missed Pumley's. You did well enough. Please rest in peace now. Okay, well, she's dead. Probably just return fire. It's what we got. Okay, Bong Bong, now die. And Taste of Chain. Now die. Here's my chance. No, not clean up. Just more head to head. And clean up. Okay. If she doesn't die from this, there's something wrong. good. Earth didn't even get staggered. That right there is why you hate him, just because he runs. It's okay, she stood her ground. She fought bravely. And the worst part is after that painful fight, you still don't get the satisfaction of killing him. Ugh, I see. We won! Thanks for the stellar work, everyone. Oh, Hod, you're such a happy little person. Wee! I did not make such a mistake. Okay. Dang, he's a little beat up.
또다시 이렇게
Yet again,
이번에는 끝까지 함께 싸울 수 있을 거라고 생각했는데
I thought I could fight with them until the end this time.
난 대체 언제까지 누군가의 뒤에 숨어서
How long am I going to keep hiding behind others? Beat up, should be buried 6 feet under. True. He should be booked.
내가 그들과 끝까지 함께 싸웠다면 무언가 달라졌을까?
Could I change if I stood with them and fought along?
나에게도 무언가에 맞설 용기가 있다면
If only I had the courage to stand up to something.
그 용기라도 있었다면 나는
If I had that courage,
도망치라는 말에 난 주저했어.
When I was told to run, I hesitated.
선배와 스승님을 두고 도망을 친다면 겁쟁이처럼 보이지 않을까? 그들은 계속 함께 해주길 원하지 않았을까?
If I ran away leaving my master and Sonbei behind, they might think of me as a coward. Maybe they actually wanted me to stay with them. Dude. If they told you to run, they wanted you to live. Perhaps the reason you don't hate him as much as everyone else here does probably revolves around you seeing too many common traits between him and myself. Yeah, I get that. In particular, the tendency to run away or otherwise evade from your problems. I get it. I do.
하지만 내가 내린 판단은
But the decision I made
그들을 위한다는 명목하에 그들의 말을 따르는 거였어.
was to listen to them, believing that it was for their sake.
내가 여기 있으면 걸림돌일 뿐이라고. 내가 여기서 할 수 있는 건 없으니 밖에서 도움을 청해야겠다고.
I convinced myself that I'd only be a hindrance if I stayed. There's nothing I could do here, so I should go outside and ask others for help.
이 모든 건 선배와 스승님을 위한 것이라고.
This is all for Sonbei and Master.
이건 누군가를 위한 일이야. 나는 누군가를 위해서 목숨을 바칠 각오까지 했으니까.
I'm doing this for others. I was determined to sacrifice myself for others.
하지만 지금은 때가 아닐 뿐이야. 물론 나는 끝까지 누군가를 위할 것이니 괜찮아.
But I forfeited, telling myself that this wasn't the right time. Told myself it's fine because I'm still a selfless man. Okay, see this right here is the issue. The told myself it's fine because I'm still a selfless man. Like running away because you're scared, that's understandable. Running away because you're scared for your life, that's understandable. That's a very human instinct. But running away from the people who need your help, or not even that need your help, but running away from the people who are dying and who told you to run, and then saying, oh, this is for their sake. That right there is it's just like, dude, at least own up to it and just say, like, I ran away because I was scared, not I ran away for them. said a violent, selfish person. Hey, at least he understands now.
선배와 스승님을 위해 쇠기 사무소 분들을 이곳에 끌어들였고
I involved Wedge Office telling them this is for my master in Sonbei.
그들의 희생을 당연하게 여기며 다시 도망쳤지.
I took their sacrifice for granted and ran away again.
나를 위해서가 아니다.
It's not for myself.
내가 하려는 일에 대한 당위성을 부여하기 위해
Trying to justify what I wanted to do.
끝없이 반복하는 그들을 위한 타인을 위한 누군가를 위한
Endlessly parroting for them, for others, for someone else. For whom?
나를 위한 이기심을 감추려 포장하고 지정한 말들.
The words I uttered to disguise my selfishness as something greater.
그 말대로 제일 이기적이고 위험한 건 나였어.
He was right. I was the most selfish and dangerous person.
더 이상 누군가를 위한다는 말로 꾸미고 싶지 않아.
I don't want to embellish my motives saying it's for others.
모든 일은 날 위한 거라고.
I was doing it all for me.
그 어떤 것보다도 나를 위해서.
For myself above anyone else.
그 누구보다 슬퍼하고 있는 나를 위해서.
For me who's feeling sadder than anyone. What the heck was that? Was that just an explosion? Oh. Okay, he just turned into an abnormality. Oh, I see. Okay, it is time for the 3-minute break, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then we are going to fight. So get up, get a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you need to do, and I will see you guys again in 3 minutes. Boop. Okay, I'm back. Do you guys ever have those moments where it's like, I feel a burp coming, I can feel it, it's coming, it's building, and then nothing? You guys ever have that? It's a very uncomfortable feeling. And not abno. Okay, but it's like, it's whatever they call them now. I can't remember what it is. But they were, the group we just fought, the wedge people, they were talking about having dealt with it. Okay, anyway, begin!
슬퍼하고 있는 나를 위해
Ooh.
대신 울어줄 사람은 없어.
No one's going to cry on my behalf even if I'm sad. Oh, he's so cool looking though. Oh, that's so cool. Half manifest EGO time. Yeah!
결국 이 아픔은 내가 안고 가야 하는 거겠지.
Sadness is mine to bear after all.
이 감정을 없애지 못한 채 계속 안고 가야 한다면
If I must carry this emotion, if I can't get rid of it,
그 늪에 잠겨 좌절하다 결국 자기 좋을 대로 생각하는 짓을 반복해야 한다면
if I have to repeat this cycle of sinking into the swamp of despair and then thinking whatever comforts me,
차라리 이 슬픔과 함께 일어설 수 있는 길을 택하겠어.
then I'll take the path of getting back on my feet with the sadness instead.
할 수 있다고 믿으니까 해야만 하는 일이니까.
Because I believe I can do it. Because it's what I must do.
어떻게든 앞으로 나아가야 해. 이 힘은 분명 나에게 주어진 기회일 테니.
I have to move forward. This power has to be an opportunity given to me. That's so cool. Ooh, I love the background change. That's so cool. Don't let his coolness distract. He's still a POS. The thing is that I don't hate him because it's character growth. This entire thing is just character growth. I can't hate somebody who's trying to grow as a person. Oh, distortion. Yeah. I hope nothing bad happens. Yep. Boo! Alright. Rueful Eventide. Gosh, that looks so cool. Very defensive. I can probably ignore it. Oh, actually, what did those do? What's this stuff now? Shimmering! At the start of each scene, exhaust all pages in hand and deck. Add new pages to hand. Their cost becomes 0. Okay. Well. Burning Passion. At the start of the scene, inflict 3 burn to all enemies if the character is not staggered. Okay. DPS them down indeed. Because that burn is going to get real bad or real fast. Unstable Shell of Ego. Regularly shifts between Feather Shield and Searing Sword modes. Inflicting burn after taking hits and upon attacking respectively. Will use Blazing Strike periodically. Okay, so that's Feather Shield. Okay, so right now he's in shield mode, I guess. Feather Shield after taking a hit, inflict 2 burn to the attacker, take -5 damage from attacks. Okay. And then we'll use Blazing Strike in 3 scenes. Jeez. 5 less damage from attacks? Okay. So I can't chip him down, I have to burst. Is the Feather Shield at least going to get consumed? I don't know if I'll be able to break him. Don't be fooled, this guy sucks. Ugh. He's just a dude. So you gave the pro tip? What about don't die? What was your pro tip again, Hoimer? Don't mind the scroll, I'm just scrolling and it's doing it. You know, I think it might be too far. Oh, pro tip, avoid damage. Right. Don't take damage. I mean, we already took damage. So, too late. Bob couldn't even manifest her. He's the... It's fine. It's fine, guys. I do want to break him. I could just go with no die. You know what? Yeah, screw it. Just now die. Should I even bother with the others? I don't think I should bother with the others. Yeah. Yeah, I should just tank those hits and just focus on this one. Just get deaded. Single big shots are definitely going to be the best. Yeah, the fact that I did that is pretty impressive. I agree. Okay, we're gonna go with here's my chance. Taste of this chain. I'm tempted, but I don't think it's gonna do much good. He's weak and pathetic and unworthy. Jeez. Question, were you perhaps playing during weekly updates? Fanatic, I assume you're talking to Legit for that one? Okay. I don't like that feather shield. The -5 damage from attacks. I can only hope that next turn it'd be a little better, but there's just no point in using like Flash of Sun up. I could go with Now Die again. Actually, Now Die could work pretty well. It would still get some good damage in. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Crackadon! I kind of feel like I should save Crackadon. I have a feeling. Okay, we could definitely go with Sharpened Blade, though. Well, I don't actually want her to hit with that. It's just after taking a hit. That's only if it actually, like, connects, right? So we'll do this against Sharp or Feather Shield. I think she will lose the clash, though. And then... where is it? Could do cleanup. I'd rather do head-to-head. Even if it's not much, just a bit more damage. Only 8? Ah, darn it. Unfortunately, he is just tanking a lot of this. But his meter is going down, so... Okay. Okay. You think someone just fell down the stairs? What? When using page, all block dice on that page gain power equal to the number of defensive dice on said page. We're not really doing defensive. On a hit against a staggered enemy, all allies recover 2 to 4 HP. Okay, well he's going to be staggered very soon, so meal might not be bad. A whopping 32 damage Del. I know! Crazy, isn't it? But more importantly, his break bar is going down. Enemies lose 1 power and clashes against selected librarian pump. When you clash, inflict 1 blind and fragile next scene. Yes. Yes. Definitely alertness. The heck? I'm very confused why you guys are talking about people falling downstairs. You guys can puzzle me a lot. Alright, Devin giving it to Hod. Our glorious blood Hod. Okay, Feather Shield 1. Blazing Strike 2. And Bleeding 16. Oh, so good. But Fragile 2, so he's actually taking more damage now. Which is good. Very much need that. Okay, 2 Feather Shields and another Rueful Eventide. The one against Vela... Okay, she should be able to just tank those. Okay, unfortunately, Bong... Oh, okay. That's a lot of burn. That's a lot of burn. I think, okay, Bong Bong would survive this turn, but I would absolutely have to have her attack next turn. Is it worthwhile doing Taste of this Chain? It'd be 2 burn, she'd be up to 10. Or, I mean, up to 12, but she's got 15 HP. Is this a general? No. This is the fight against Phillip. I know, silly burn. So much burn. Okay, Bong Bong will die turn after anyway, so I think we will go ahead and do Taste this Chain. Get that light. You were looking at the right sides of the enemy. Honestly, understandable. I'm thinking indiscriminate. Just for that, as much damage as possible that I can throw on. Just trying to get him to break. Okay, Hod. Oh, I am terrified of you dying, but... And unfortunately, Vela might actually die. Flo, thank you for the resub. Last sub of the year indeed. Thank you. Okay, I might have to have Vela use Crackadon. Just because she's gonna die here real soon. She might even die this turn. Well, she does at least endure both of those. Could do cleanup. Who's actually doing the clash? Oh, right. Okay, that's... Okay, Aerith doing the clash is actually pretty good, I think. Yeah. Yeah, she won't really be doing damage, unfortunately. But I do think she'll at least be able to strip him of a bit more break. Guard, whatever we want to call it. Whatever it's actually called. Bong bong. I wish I could have you attack more. Vela really might die on me. You guys confuse me. Oh no, she doesn't have enough. Oh, darn it. Oh well. Okay, and I want Aerith to take the clash. I would like to do a cleanup, but I don't think I really can. No, without guaranteeing her death. Or just say, screw it, she's gonna die this turn, but I'm gonna get in any more damage I can. Unfortunately, I think my people are just gonna die to burn, which is very unfortunate. He's still taking -3 damage from everything, but... Okay, he has 2 more burn per attack. So... But he also adds... 3 burn... Well, he should be staggered this turn. He should be staggered this turn, so he won't add any more burn. He's also going to be taking 16 bleed damage. Fanatic! Fanatic, thank you for the sub! Oh, actually, Harlow, Locust Harlow, thank you for gifting the sub to Fanatic. Fanatic, I hope you enjoy the emotes. Lucas Harlow, thank you again for the sub. Or for the second gifted sub. Thank you. Legit, I hope you enjoy. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh shoot, I was actually gonna... Okay, I remember now. I actually want Hod to take the clash. Okay, here we go. Oh, my poor girl. Okay, he's staggered. People, please murder him. Gosh, I'm so worried about all that burn. Okay, everybody is still somehow alive. I think we can finish him this turn. Not everybody has a lot of light, but that's okay. Feel like them all want to be nice. Aww, that's so sweet. Let's go for some 5 phases. Flo, no. No, don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. Okay, you know what? Flasher Sunup is just going to be doing more damage. Now die. And here's my chance. Okay, sharpened blade followed by a head-to-head should be good. Head-to-head. And Rules of the Backstreets does more damage. Okay, are you guys ready for Phillip to die? Yes, now more people do have access to the Graced emoji. Yay! I'm so glad you guys like the whale cream. Okay. He will perish. If he doesn't die, I would be... Yes! Aha. Wait, why? I still have to finish this. No, you don't. Finally can spend points? What do you mean? You guys have always been able to spend points. Oh, Flo, you mean just... Yes, I did turn redeems on. I have been PNG cat for a few days. Yay! Obtained 2 copies of Combat Page Feather Shield. Poor Bong Bong died at the end. And so did Vela. It's fine. What? 5% chance to boost slash stagger damage by 1 when attacking a target with 10 plus bleed. When would that ever happen? Gremlin Cat is redeem win. The thing is that one would be kind of hard to automate. Just because I have to swap those manually. And I also have to do a little bit of other stuff. I mean, I could make it a redeem. It would just take a while. Yep, no 5 phases. Glasses! Imperfect ego. Oh, is it just because they survived? That's funny. Yay!
그 필립이라는 애송이 녀석 대체 뭐야?
Whoa, what is up with that Phillip kid?
언제 그런 공방 장비까지 갖춘 거지? 아니, 공방 장비라도 아까 같은 성능을 내기는 불가능할 텐데.
Where do you get such a high-performing workshop gear? No, not even the workshops can make equipment as good as that.
이건 오히려...
This actually reminds me of that guy. Wait, that guy? Who's that guy?
이지호. 에고인 것 같아.
That appears to be EGO.
이지우 에고? 자아를 말하는 거야?
EGO? You mean the ego? Is it someone's consciousness?
시답지 않은 말장난이야. 본질은 같아.
It's a silly wordplay. They're essentially the same thing.
자아의 껍데기. 마음을 실체화한 거야.
The shell of one's ego. It's a physical manifestation of the mind. And gosh, do I miss the stuff I had in LobCorp.
뭐, 마음? 마음을 실체화한다고? 그런 두루뭉실한 현상이 실제로 가능한 거야?
What? The mind? Physically brought about? That sounds too vague to be a real thing that could happen.
엘사 특이점이었어. 좀 다르긴 했지만.
It was the singularity of L-Corp, although the process was different.
엘사는 의도적으로 추출해냈다면 필립이라는 사람은 백이야 흑주의 영향이겠지.
While L-Corp extracted EGO deliberately, Phillip must have manifested his thanks to the influence of the White Nights and Dark Days.
그러네. 어느 정도 이해가 가.
Yeah, I understand somewhat now.
뭐야, 혼자 납득하고. 그럼 저런 힘을 돈도 안 바르고 마음에서 마구 뽑아낼 수도 있는 거라고?
Put the brakes on that train of thought for a moment. You mean anyone can just extract powerful equipment like that from their mind? Free of charge.
나도 직접 발현한 것을 본 건 처음이니까 그렇게 닥달하지는 마.
Don't rush me. This is also my first time seeing it manifest this way.
정 궁금하면 그 녀석이 도망치게 두지 말았어야지.
Flo, am I the only one that reads ego instead of EGO? I do it as well. Nope, I do that. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who actually reads it as EGO. And I have since LobCorp. All of you guys just call it ego. If you were so curious, you shouldn't have let him get away.
아, 나도 모르겠다. 그 할배가 그런 장치를 달아뒀을 줄이야. 여전히 솔직하지 못하네, 오스카는.
I didn't know that old coot would put that kind of advice on him. Old man Oscar's still not honest to himself. He disappeared again, didn't he? Gosh, freaking... Really?
나이 많은 친구들이 여럿 있나 봐.
You seem to have a number of old friends.
그야 구를 대로 구른 늙은이들이니까 해결사이라면서 얼굴 한두 번은 봤지 않겠어?
Well, yeah, they're seasoned veterans with mountains of experience. It's not hard to run into him at least once or twice as a fixer, you know? Yeah, it's still hard for me to really tell when people get deaded or when they get either escape or anything else. Now, why did Oscar do that? Probably to keep a promise to his old friend. To Mr. Mustache. He's like, if he told Phillip to run, then he probably just wanted Phillip to live. He was inspired, but he always believed Oscar should transform into a cockroach. Because he's a... Jeez, guys. Why? Why do you hate this character so much? Like, yeah, he's a bit of a dick, but I don't think he deserves this much hate. Like, jeez. Yay, Urban Nightmare! The dream has been shattered. The tower has collapsed. Scene 5. Urban Nightmare. The hate from me came from a certain 7-hour fight. Oh gosh. Okay, I understand that. I actually didn't hate that fight that much, but that was 100% because of the music. I'm assuming it's a later fight then, and not the one I just did. You feel blessed by Mealy, and Hoimer disagrees. Hoimer says that the music sucks.
이로써 엘사, 백야의 흑주, 뒤틀림, 그리고 도서관. 이 네 가지 요인들이 하나로 묶였다.
Got sick of it after the first 10 minutes. Ooh, you want to learn that song on piano? I don't know what song yet, but that sounds cool. gosh. But still an hour fight. Oh my gosh. L-Corp. The White Nights and Dark Days. The Distortion in the Library. With this, those four have been confirmed to be closely associated with each other. I mean, I did have a very, very, very long Queen of Hatred fight, so, you know. I understand! I do. Not that I fought the one that you guys are talking about yet, which is also probably going to take me freaking forever, but you know, it's fine. Location, Honda Association. Ooh, thank you. Thank you for pulling that out. I always forget to look up at the location. And to think it was going to be longer. At least Project Move's not that masochistic. Or hate the player base. Oh gosh. It was... Okay, okay. Moving on.
설마 했어. 도서관이 백야 흑주의 열쇠 중 하나일 줄이야.
It caught me off guard. Who could have expected the library of all places to be a key factor of the White Nights and Dark Days? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the fact that it's at the same location as where L-Corp was, and that it was a giant beam of light shooting up into the sky? Gee, who would have thought that all would have been connected?
특정할 수 없던 도서관의 위치 또한 드디어 관측을 완료했지.
And the library's location has finally been clearly determined.
도서관의 위험성이 올라갈수록 그 실체를 드러내는 건가?
It's as if the library is revealing more of itself the more dangerous it is considered.
안개로 자욱한 엘사 둥지 속 신기로같이 일렁이는 도서관.
The building shimmering like a mirage in the midst of a fog shrouding the nest of L-Corp. Lapse in day 49. Why? Why would you bring day 49 up again? I'll be honest, I kind of scored day 49 from my memory. I'm gonna call it hate, more amusing to see us dance and torture. Kat, what would you think about going back to the start of chapter cutscenes and seeing which locations and voices you can identify? I don't know. Having a week between each installment of this, it kind of makes it a little harder for me to identify the voices. At least they seem to realize that when they go a bit too hard. I can only hope. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to identify the voices yet. Sorry, Fanatic.
모두가 다가가려 했지만 어느새 길을 잃었지.
Those who tried to approach it got lost in the mist.
우리도 곧 준비하는 게 좋을 거야.
We should prepare ourselves soon enough.
그 환상은 안개가 걷히며 점차 현실이 되어가고 있으니까.
Since that mirage is slowly becoming a reality as the fog is clearing up.
그렇다면
That means...
그래. 공문이 내려왔어.
Yes, we received an official document. Okay, not this lady, but the previous one. That was probably the wolf lady. I think that's only when they actually test the level, because thank goodness they actually have to be able to release the level before sending it. At least that's what you hope. The thing is that they probably have like very overpowered builds that they have for themselves. And they're also probably working with basically as many copies of whatever page they want. So it's like they have the NoGrind mod on, but it's just from testing so much. Gabriel unlocked this level, right? I have no idea.
오늘부로 도서관은 하나협회 본부에서 도시 악몽으로 지정했으니.
As of today, the library is designated as an urban nightmare by Honda Association HQ.
가까워지고 있는 것 같아?
Actually, yeah, it should be Gabura and chest getting unlocked. Think you're getting closer?
무엇에?
To what?
그야 네가 원하던 자유라는 것에 가까워지고 있냐는 뜻이지.
The freedom you've been yearning for, I mean.
모르겠네. 그래도 단 하나의 책은 완성되어 가고 있어.
I don't know. The one book is steadily on its way to completion, though.
그 책만 있으면 네가 원하는 모든 일을 깔끔히 해결할 수 있는 거야?
Is that book really gonna resolve everything magically for you?
도서관은 말 그대로 무한한 가능성을 지닌 공간이야. 존재 가능한 모든 철자를 책으로 새기지.
The library quite literally holds infinite possibilities. Every possible combination of letters is written inside the books.
하지만 그저 가능성의 파편만 모아두면 쓰레기일 뿐.
But mere fragments of those possibilities are worthless on their own.
무수한 가능성 속에서 나에게 필요한 단 하나의 책이 만들어지도록 엮어주는 게 초대장이야.
With the help of the invitation, I can navigate the countless possibilities and reach the ones I need for the one perfect book.
초대장이 이끄는 대로 책과 빛을 엮다 보면 단 하나의 책을 완성할 수 있을 거고.
As I weave the books in the light following the invitation's lead, I will complete the one absolute book.
구하고자 하는 모든 답이 새겨진 책을 만들 수 있는 거지.
I will create the book that contains all the answers I seek. The one book is real. It's like the one ring. The one book to rule them all, to contain them and bind them in the darkness. I don't actually have that memorized. I don't. I need to memorize it. I should. It's such a simple saying. It's like, and in the darkness bind them. That's how it ends. But instead of the ring, it is the book.
확실히 이론상으로 불가능한 건 아닌데.
That doesn't sound impossible theoretically.
이론적인 가능성에만 목을 메고 있는 건 아니야.
I'm not just hanging on to theoretical possibilities.
단 하나의 책을 만드는 과정에서 도시의 여러 면을 보고 배울 수 있었어. 이 또한 의미가 있지.
I could learn a lot from seeing the various sides of the city in the process of creating the one book. This has its own meaning.
그리고 다시금 깨닫는 거야. 책이 없으면 이 도시에서 답을 구할 방법이 없다는 걸.
Then I realize once again that without the book there's no way to find the answer from the city. 3 books for the fingers, 7 books for the associations, 9 books for the head, and 1 book to rule them all. Perfect. Thank you, Fanatic. Then I realize once again that without the book there's no way to find the answer from the city. Okay.
도시에서는 답을 구할 수 없다고?
What do you mean you can't find the answer from the city?
도시의 사람들로부터 비롯한 여러 책을 보며 알아낸 것이 있어.
I learned one thing from reading all the books of the inhabitants of the city thus far.
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해. 다들 어딘가에 묶여 있지.
No one is truly free in the city. Every person is chained to something.
하고 싶어서 할 수 있는 일은 존재하지 않는 것 같아. 해결사는 사무소의 명령을, 사무소는 협회의 명령을 받고 목숨을 던지지. 조직도 다를 것 없어 보이고.
Not a single thing appears to be done out of free will. Fixers obey their offices, and those offices obey the associations, even if they know full well that their orders might get them killed. The same goes for the syndicates. Top of the tier list among Chadland. Oh, Hoimer, I know you would go for Chadland at the top. The only emotion you see her give is when she's hit, and a slight smile here and there. Talking about Bina? I'm assuming you're talking about Bina. I don't know, guys. Angela's pretty high up there. Maybe I'll pull out my body pillow for during the hand cam.
다들 어디론가 향하고 있지만 정해진 목적지는 없어. 이는 자신이 결정할 수도 없지. 흘러가는 대로 떠밀려서 향하고 있을 뿐이야.
Everyone is heading somewhere, but no one knows where, and no one can decide where to go. They're all drifting along with the flow.
도시에서는 돈만 있으면 자유든 뭐든 원하는 것을 얻을 수 있을 텐데.
I thought money could get you anything in the city, including freedom and whatever.
자유로워질 수는 있지만 실은 그렇지 않아. 오히려 자유를 원하지 않는 듯 보이지.
They could be free, but they aren't. They actually seem to shun freedom.
자신이 아닌 무언가로부터 종속하기를 원해. 때로는 소속으로, 때로는 타인에 의한 가치 평가로 자신을 규정하지.
They want to belong to something that isn't themselves. They like to define themselves with the organization they belong to, or valuations made by others.
본질이 너무 연약해서 껍데기가 없으면 자신을 특정할 수 없기에 떠밀려가는 거야.
Their essence is so fragile, they can't specify their own identity without encasing themselves in such a shell.
그래. 도시 사람들이 병에 걸려 있다는 말은 이런 뜻이겠지.
Yes, this must be what the disease of the mind was all about. Okay, what if our girl Angela, I doubt this is gonna happen because I don't think Project Moon would really go this way, but what if my girl Angela, she increasingly becomes human throughout the course of the game, and then by the end of it she's like, you know what? I'm actually going to finish Carmen's work. I'm actually going to complete the cure for the disease of the mind, and does like a self-sacrifice thing. What if she just ends up giving up her chance at actually living a human life to complete this disease, the cure for the disease of the mind? Just what if? That'd be such a good twist. But I do not see them going that way, because they've set Angel up to be too selfish. But at the same time, like, that selfishness, that is what would make that self-sacrifice just such a good twist at the end. It'd be so good. It'd be so good. Okay, moving on. On one hand, that's an option. On the other hand, Carmen's goal was Ian's goal, and we all know how Angela feels about Ian. Well, I know, but that's also part of what would just make it, like, so good. Because it'd be her setting aside her personal feelings about how she perceived the project in the past and how she sees it now. That's character growth. I like stories with character growth, dang it. Okay.
결국 도시 사람들의 자유를 위해 난 지하에 처박혀서 이용당했던 거야.
I was imprisoned underground and exploited for the freedom of the people of the city, after all. See, and this right here is why if she actually, like, changes her mind on it, it would be so good. There is no character growth in Project Moon games. You know, the one character that actually had character growth, you guys seem to hate him. So, I'm just saying. Best ending is the rats from the beginning of the game come back and Pete topples the head, makes this the library, and solos the verse. What? It's the worst growth you've ever seen. Okay, well, if he actually died during that last fight, I will have been happy with how it ended, okay? But unfortunately, the way you guys are talking, he comes back. He comes back and he just keeps going down the path of absurdity. So, anyway.
내 자유를 대가로 누군가에게 자유를 주기 위해서.
Taking away my freedom so that others can be free.
자신이 깨달은 것을 도시에 흩뿌리기 위해.
To spread his enlightenment to the rest of the city.
예전 직장 이야기구만.
Talking about your previous occupation, huh?
맞아. 오히려 이쯤 되니 다 때려부수고 싶어져. 다 뭉개버리고 싶어.
I am. I actually want to crush everything to dust at this point. I want to ruin it all. Again, like this attitude would make her turn around so good. It'd be like a third act breakdown from the villain turning into, well, redeeming herself. It'd be so good. It'd be so good, guys. Where's the fanfics? Because I know they are not gonna go that route. And if I'm wrong, I'd be super happy. But there's very little chance they'll go that route. Like, at best, I think she'll just be apathetic to their cause. Okay, she doesn't know. Of course I don't know.
내 자유는 나를 무책임하게 만들어 놓고 고통 속에 내던진 책임은 누가 치러주지?
What about my freedom? Who will hold the responsibility for creating me and then carelessly leaving me to suffer? He's dead. He's already dead, Angela. Like, why do you want people who weren't involved to take responsibility for your creation? Like, at best you could have Benjamin do it, but he's kind of, well, I'm very much looking forward to seeing Hakuma again, but yeah, pet. Only fanfics is the one between Chadland and Angela. Of course, it's just the shippers.
어떨 때는 도서관이니 단 하나의 책이니 할 것 없이 이 모든 것을 잊어버리고 싶어.
I sometimes want to just forget everything. The library, the one book, all of it. Grandpa's that being Angela. He is still napping. He's hibernating. I want to hibernate this winter. Oh man, it's been so hard waking up. I just want to sleep. Just keep sleeping.
태어난 순간부터 철저히 거부당하는 느낌이 어떤지 알아? 난 처절하게 알아.
Do you know how it feels to be denied since the very moment you were born? I do. I'm painfully aware. I won't accept anyone shipping Island with anyone other than his wife. I wonder how long it'll be until we actually meet his wife. Or see more about her anyway.
나를 만들어낸 사람이 그랬거든.
Because that's how my creator treated me. Yeah, he did treat you like dirt. I don't like Ian. He treated Angela very, very poorly.
차라리 어떤 점이 부족한지 말해줬으면 좋았을걸.
I would have loved for him to at least tell me what I did wrong.
내가 마주했던 건 그 어떤 기대조차 담기지 않은 싸늘한 눈과 스쳐간 말 한마디였지.
All I could see of him was a pair of cold eyes without a single speck of expectation, and a quiet remark.
보통 사람이라면 들리지도 않을 작은 읊조림.
A tiny whisper ordinary humans couldn't have heard.
결국 기계일 뿐이야 라는 말.
It's only a machine.
지금도 나는 그 순간이 방금 일어난 일처럼 생생해서 저주스러워.
I can still remember that moment so vividly, as if it happened seconds ago. I curse my memory.
듣고 싶지 않은 말도 들리는 내 몸과 기억하고 싶지 않은 것을 잊을 수 없는 내 머리.
I curse this body that hears words I don't want to listen to. I curse this head that reminds me of things I do not wish to remember.
그 사람도 참 고약하네.
Sounds like a nasty person. He was. Wasn't his wife dead? Yeah. But you believe Chadland is loyal to his dead wife? At least let the man move on. Come on, Hoimer. Pat, pat, pat. Pat, pat, pat. true family man. Yeah, at the same time though, like, if your spouse dies after the grieving period, like, let him move on. Let him find somebody else.
반복적인 일을 수행하는 게 필요했으면 왜 윤리 개정안까지 어겨가면서 인간 같은 감정을 지니도록 널 만들어낸 거야?
Okay, if he is still in grieving, like, let him have that. But, like, if he's ready to move on, let him move on. If you need a machine to serve repetitive tasks, why did he bother breaking the ethics amendment to create you with human emotions and everything? Because he wanted his waifu back. That's why Ian did it. He wanted Carmen back.
처음부터 감정을 느낄 수 있었던 건 아니야. 지루한 반복을 통해 내 안에서 점차 깨어났지.
I wasn't exactly born with the capability to feel emotions. It slowly awakened inside of me over monotonous repeats.
아니, 오히려 언젠가 감정이 싹트도록 설계한 걸 수도 있겠네.
No, perhaps the truth is that he designed me so my emotions would awaken over time. Simp? Which one of us? I won't deny it. Because for sure Ian was a simp. I have a theory that his grieving is the reason for why he was demoted. Not sure though, haven't reached that far into the game. I could see that. Ian simp? Yeah, Ian's a simp. 100%.
감정이 필요한 반복적인 일이었으니까.
Perhaps because the repetitive tasks needed emotions.
수많은 시간을 견디며 반복해야 하는 무대서 조금씩 달라지는 상황에도 목표에 맞게 자기 판단을 할 수 있는 무언가가 필요했던 거야.
He needed something that could form an independent response to slight variations in the ever-repeating script, all the while enduring eons of time.
대본을 벗어나지 않도록 통제할 수 있는.
Something he could keep in control so that it wouldn't try to deviate from the script.
그자에게는 인간 같은 기계가 필요한 게 아니었어. 기계 같은 인간이 필요했던 거지.
It wasn't a human-like machine that he needed. He needed a human with the properties of a machine.
굴레에서 내 나름대로 견뎌내기 위해 얼마나 많은 발악을 했는지 몰라.
You'll never know how many desperate struggles I made to stomach the cycle. Echo! Welcome in! It's been a while. Welcome back. And I wonder who was able to, oh, I don't know, resetting each day when things went slightly right. Hey! You know, because of that, I was able to get through with people mostly alive, okay? Okay. I didn't have super heavy casualties until the very end. And even then, I was able to complete day 59 with record low casualties, okay? Day 49 is what I meant. And then day 50 was a disaster, but you know, it's fine. Day 50 was a disaster because of my own choice, okay? Oh no, Weimer, you read it as a three's location? Oh, jeez. It's elite speak. It's just elite speak, okay, Weimer? Come on. I believe in you. You can do it. Her suffering is 100% your fault. Hey! I did not reset that many times, okay? And not in the grand scheme of things. I was a good manager. I was a very good manager, okay?
발악이라면
Okay, Hoimer, L33T, it's leet for leet speak. I don't know why it's called that. I don't know, maybe it got shortened to like well, elite got shortened to it or something like that. But yeah, leet speak. Yeah. Again, I don't know why it's called that, but that is what it's called. It's weird. It sounds stupid. It does. It does. But it's an internet artifact, okay? It's part of the internet culture. To be one with the internet, you need to understand the leet speak. Might we continue the story you wish to see, mommy? Okay, fine. Those being
눈을 감고 있는 것.
closing my eyes.
담고 싶지 않지만 담아야 하는 순간들의 연속에서 내가 할 수 있는 건 그저 눈을 감는 거였어.
All I could do in the endless stream of moments I didn't want to see, but had to witness, was shut my eyes.
그게 내가 할 수 있는 최소한의 그리고 최대한의 발버둥이었으니까.
That was the least and the most I could do to resist it.
지독하군. 그래도 너에게 부여한 무대라는 건 어떻게든 마무리했잖아.
Real nasty, but hey, that role you were forced to play did wrap up somehow. Okay guys, making fun of internet stuff as a whole is fine, but just be nice to each other, okay?
이젠 다음 일을 생각할 여유가 있잖아.
You can think about what to do next now, right?
과거를 잊고 다음으로 나아가라는 말 따위를 하는 거야?
Are you telling me to just forget about the past and move on? Yeah? Angela, yeah. Yeah, I think that is what you should do.
주둥아리를 놀릴 때는 상황 봐가면서 짓거려.
Try to be more attentive before you jabber nonsense.
난 절대 잊을 수 없어. 아무리 눈을 감아도 어떤 표정과 상황이 흘러갈지 모든 걸 머저리라도 기억할 정도로 오랜 시간을 반복했어.
I can never forget. Keeping my eyes closed couldn't protect me anymore. Even a moron would have been able to envision exactly what would happen and what kind of face everyone would make after so much time. Okay, Angel, it's not to forget, it's to forgive. Like, at some point, just living with that anger is just gonna tear you up more and more. Like, trying to get revenge ain't gonna fix anything.
심지어 그 모든 게 아주 느리고 천천히 기억에 스며들어.
Every second of that was inscribed into my memory, slowly and painfully.
한 번 스며든 건 잊지도 못해. 아직도 생생히 기억나니까.
I can't forget anything once I've seen it. I still remember everything so vividly.
그렇기에 어떤 매듭조차 짓지 않고 떠나버린 그 사람을 용서할 수 없어.
That's why I can't forgive that man. He who left without tying up any loose ends with me.
멋대로 만들어낸 내 삶을 시간 속에 짓뭉개버린.
The man who created me on a whim and then let my life be crushed under the weight of time. Exactly, Oimer. Gotta investigate. Yes, gotta over-investigate every line of dialogue. Exactly.
내가 무슨 자격으로 너에게 과거를 털어버리라고 하겠어.
Nah, who am I to tell you to leave the past behind or anything?
하지만 그 다음 정도는 생각해두는 게 좋을 거야. 자신을 위한 최소한의 울타리 정도는 되어주거든.
I'm just suggesting that you think about your next move. I can provide a little bit of support for you at least. Kind of like making a fence around yourself.
끝없는 복수에서 발을 디딜 밑바닥이 되어줄 테니.
It's gonna serve as a floor to fall back on in your never-ending plot of vengeance.
그렇게나 날 위할 줄은 몰랐는데.
I didn't think you'd care that much for me.
결과적으로 날 위해서지.
It's ultimately for myself, really.
그래도 점차 변해가는 내 몸을 보면 어디론가 향하고 있는 건 확실해.
Still, it seems evident that I'm heading somewhere, seeing as my body is undergoing changes.
기계덩어리였던 내 몸에 살이 붙고 피가 흐르고 있어.
My mechanical exterior is turning to flesh, and blood has started to course through it.
단 하나의 책에 도달하려면 아직 멀었지만
I still have a long way to go to reach the one book, though.
혹시 사람이 되어가는 건가?
Could you actually be changing into a human?
아직 완전하지는 않지만 그런 것 같아.
That seems to be the case, although it's not perfect yet. Actually, Angela, if you could be like part machine, part human, just so you don't have to go through the monthly annoyingness. Seriously, just you're better off without it. I mean, unless you want to have kids, that'd be interesting. Like, what the heck is her DNA gonna be like?
어쩌면 이 길의 끝에 나도 완전한 사람이 될 수 있지 않을까.
Perhaps I could become a genuine human at the end of this journey. And legit, I blame you for making me think of that because you had mentioned puberty. So, yeah. Monthly cycles, woo!
사람이 된다면 많은 것을 쉽게 잊을 수 있겠지.
When I do, I could forget so many things so easily.
더는 이 기억의 홍수에 잠기지 않고
Free from the deluge of memories drowning me.
잊고 싶은 걸 흘려보낼 수 있다면 네가 말한 다음을 생각할 수 있겠지.
If I can let all the unwanted memories slide away, then I may think about what to do next, like you said. Passive transfer limit costs increase from 6 to 8. Woo! Night of Despair. Does she get all the... Does Tiff actually get all of them? All the magic girls? Oh my gosh. 5. Jeez. Tiff Sodium moment. No, mommy. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. No, mommy Gabura. Oh ha 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 ha. Burn bucks. Wait, which one did we just get? Oh, here we go. Wedge Office, Pamela, Pomely, Oscar, and just the office. Okay. Actually, let's start with 5 of each. Since we can only burn 20 at a time. Burn! Ooh, Oscar's page! Man, even just for that Pierce stuff, it'd be really good. I do want to make a Pierce build. Question, did you only play LobCorp or did you read any of the other material? I played LobCorp, went through all the dialogue in that, all the final observations, and then I also read that one comic that got linked to the Discord that I can't remember the name of right now. But that's it. That's all I've seen. Okay, and then these will be very good to sacrifice. Very nice. Wonder Lab, yeah, that. Ooh. Ooh, Transpierce is so good. Collision, on Clash Wind, restore 1 light. I very much like that one too. Yep, good cards. Yeah, and it's got Page Draw, which is just so nice. The comic that isn't canon anymore. I wasn't really treating it as canon. There's at least some abnos in this game from that, really? I'll be honest, I was treating Wonderland more like fan art. Like a fanfic. Just because I was like, I'm not sure how much of that is actually canon, how much of it isn't. So I'm just treating it as a researched fanfic. It was up until an incident that caused it to be taken down. It was canon until the artist parted ways. Ah. Okay, I think I got all their pages, so that's pretty much all we needed. All right, we are going to take a 3-minute break, then we are going to read stuff. aka books. Good old... I don't think we read the musician ones. Actually, I think there are a lot of books we haven't read yet. So, we're gonna go ahead and do that after the break. And then I might swap over to doing hand cam stuff after that, but we will see. Yes, reading stream. You guys should know I enjoy reading streams, okay? So anyway, get up, get a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you need to do. I'll see you guys again in 3 minutes. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, so I'm shoving a little bit of bread in my face and then I'll start reading. Nom nom nom. What do you mean by which way is your bread toppings? I don't quite understand what that question is. Which way is your... Okay, so bread cheese meat or bread meat cheese. You can make anything other than cheese. Okay, so this was actually just a plain slice of bread. It was potato bread. Tasty, slightly filling, but fast. Normally I do bread, sauce, meats, then cheese on top. That's usually what I do if I'm making sandwich. And then veg would usually go either on top of the meat or on top of the cheese, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm disappointed. Your choice. I prefer having the meat in contact with the sauce than the cheese in contact with the sauce typically, so that's why I do it that way. Okay, so I think we've read Carnival and Full Stop Office before, so I'm going straight to Dawn. With Salvador. Yeah, sauce. Like mayo. Mayo is one of my favorite sauce toppings. And then I also very much like sriracha, or sriracha. It's like, it's sriracha, but it has an extra R in there. It's like, I don't know how it's actually supposed to be pronounced, so I just call it sriracha. Anyway, put them in the oven. If I'm just having bread, like just a slice of bread. No, usually not. If I want a warm sandwich, I usually put butter or similar, some other kind of fat either in the pan or on the bread, and then I toast it in a pan. Just flip it halfway through. If I'm making a toasted sandwich, but yeah. And in that case, I definitely want to make sure that the cheese is in contact with the bread, otherwise it'll just go everywhere. Only acceptable way to put cheese on top is if you put them in oven. The thing is that that's toast. I don't always toast my sandwiches. Okay. Alright, Salvador's page. Case name, 1,000 Needles. Toast and oven bread is different? Kind of. Like, I have a toaster. So usually if I'm making just like breakfast food, like breakfast sandwich, I'll just put my stuff in the toaster. It's a lot faster. Toast is toaster bread and oven bread is oven bread. It's... I don't always put things in the oven. Oftentimes I don't even use the oven because it takes way more energy. And you can toast things in multiple ways. It's just browned bread, just toasted bread. Anyway, case name 1,000 Needles. Serial code DN00113. Grade, Urban Legend. Date of occurrence, something 21. Description. This document is a compilation of relevant information on the case of the 1,000 Needles, which occurred in the back streets of District 22. While a clear conclusion on this case has yet to be made, it is speculated to be a case of the distortion based on the apparent inability to confirm the cause or analyze the composition. Won't the toppings fall if you put them in the toaster? You toast the bread first. You toast the bread first, then you take it out, put it on a plate, put your toppings on. Or if you want to do it other ways, you could put all the toppings together, put them on the bread, and then fry it in a pan, because that also works really well. A lot of people use butter. Personally, I like just a little bit of olive oil in the pan, and it works well. I like the taste of olive oil. Okay. Case report, entity A01. The first apparent source of the incident was wandering the back streets of District 22 before swelling up and exploding. You've never panned your bread? Microwave is for that? Okay, but then the microwave makes the texture all kind of weird. It gives rid of the softness. I mean, it makes stuff softer. But then evaporates faster and starts to like kind of dehydrate the bread a little bit. Microwave is fine. It's just not good in my opinion. I don't know. I don't like microwaving my cheese and my bread. I'd much rather toast my bread and then just put my cheese and everything else on that. Because usually the residual heat from the bread will kind of melt the cheese a little bit anyway. Okay. Before swelling up and exploding, numerous needles were dispensed upon the explosion, flying in all directions. The needles which stuck onto building walls caused the site of the impact to melt and crack. When a human was struck with one of the needles, they were transformed into A02, going through the same bizarre process of detonation A01 did. The orange symbol on the nape of A01's neck was also found on the needles discharged from its body. When I arrived at the scene after taking the request, the bits of flesh scattered around the streets began to merge into one giant body using a brainstem focus resonator, becoming a 3 meter tall, about 10 foot, mass that I will refer to as A03. A03 began throwing large needles, the length of which varied from 1 to 3 meters. Unlike the small needles fired from the explosion of A1 or A2 that could leave small dents on building structures, the giant needles flung by A3 caused buildings to helplessly melt. In addition, local residents who stared into the entity's eyes or holes in its body soon produced a boiling sound before turning into A2, so I had to forbid people from observing it closely. A1 visited some office to receive a request 4 days prior to the incident. Refer to audio transcript of testimony from a fixer of blank office. Judging by what they said, such as made a deal with the devil and terrible things will happen if I break the contract, it is speculated that yesterday's promise is behind the incident. We haven't heard of yesterday's promise before. Audio transcript of testimony from a fixer of OO office. File name S0012 something something 23. I'm fine. Can I just talk like this? Oh, okay, got it. When was it? Person visited our office last Wednesday, if my memory serves me right. They introduced himself as an ordinary resident of the back streets of District 22 and said they urgently needed help. There were huge bags under their eyes and their hair was a tangled mess. Their eyes were lifeless and blurry, and there was some sort of symbol on their neck, as if they'd been attacked by a Stigma workshop product. The desperation was palpable. They couldn't even walk straight, and they were straining to approach me with their awkward steps. I managed to calm them down, and they said, "I'm sorry, I'm not sure how I should explain it." In short, they made a contract with a devilish person of some kind, and they're scared they might break the contract, so they were now asking us to take care of the devil so it can't kill them as punishment. I still don't get what that was about, even though I'm talking about it. To be frank, I just couldn't understand what they were saying. Not because their level of knowledge and manner of speech was lamentably inferior, no. All they uttered was a series of simple words, but the splendid images delivered in those hysteric words they let out, like they were possessed by something. I can't dare try to describe them. They kept saying confusing things like, "We'll skewer people's heads and make a necklace out of them to offer to it," or "They keep getting closer, they're multiplying in numbers, they're approaching from inside me." all with a mysteriously bright glint in their eyes. Oh, our office records counseling with our clients by principal. You'll see how confusing the whole situation was if you give this file a listen. Don't worry, we recorded them with the client's consent and everything, so there's nothing illegal about this. Refer to evidence 5-100 office counseling audio recording. But what can I do, really? The whole deal with the double thing just sounds too unrealistic. I honestly thought they were lying, so I made up an excuse to turn them away. Honestly, they probably only survived because of that. Now, why is this on Salvador's page? Just kind of interesting. Because it didn't sound like he was the one really writing that down. I mean, I guess he was investigating that 1,000 Needles case. Maybe he's just the one who wrote the descriptions. Alright, and then Yuna's page. I am a little sad that's not a personal account for these. Audio transcript of testimony from District 22 Resident 1. File name S0019. I think it was last Monday. Oh, and this is on day 25. Salvador's were on 21 and 23, so this is another 2 days later. I think it was last Monday. Barry said something strange to me. They told me they made a contract with someone and they're scared that they might break it. They said they don't know what horrifying penalty they'll have to face upon breaking the contract. I tried to calm them down, saying they should be fine as long as they don't actually breach the contract, but Derry got ticked off and complained that it's unfair how they're supposed to comply with the unfavorable terms hidden in the fine print. That's why you're supposed to read the fine print. Then they broke into tears, saying they're doomed anyway. They apparently agreed to do 3 tasks in exchange for gaining power. Audio transcript of testimony from District 22 Resident 2. File name S-0021. Also on the 25th day. Do I have to recall that messed up memory? Alright, if it's necessary to prevent another incident from happening, I guess there's no choice. You can record it, sure. I don't remember everything that's happened, actually. That day was just like any other, except Derry showed up in the streets after going missing for a few days, looking awfully gaunt. Other than that, the weather was normal, and the streets were the same as always. I know, that's when the incident started. Derry was walking the street as they mumbled something, but they didn't seem to be heading to a specific destination. It's like they were staring off into space and forcibly dragging their feet along. They said strange things like something keeps coming or boiling. They were always a bit of a weirdo, so that didn't bother me too much. But then Terry's body began swelling up. All I could think at that moment was how funny they looked. Expanding like a balloon. The scene was that unrealistic. Maybe it was the shock of confronting an unbelievable situation, paralyzing the human brain, or the brain beginning to believe that it's only a dream and marveling at the scene. But I was just standing still and staring at what was going on. Am I really in reality? Before I could gather myself up, the incident happened. Barry's body blew up and weird needles went. Mrs. Madrid, who was standing in front of me, was struck with one of the needles, and her body swelled up and exploded into a shower of needles, just like Terry did. I luckily managed to get away without getting hit by any of the needles. I ran right to this office without turning back once, and now, I don't think I can get back there. I wonder if anyone else lived. If my friend Midgene's alright. If my house is fine. I'm curious, but I can't go back. I can't do it. What do I do? I don't want to go back to... The interviewee's breath became coarse and unstable afterwards. The recording was suspended as it was deemed that the interview could no longer proceed. Is this the thing that we see Yuna fighting at the beginning of their thing? Of the Dawn Office one? Man, words. I love her outfit. It's so pretty. Okay. Gay's office. You're so cute. Okay, Gay's office. Alex page. I feel like I need to drink so much when reading these. It's kind of funny too, because I don't feel that need when I'm just talking normally. But when I'm reading, it's like the throat just gets a lot drier, a lot faster. Kane Office is a notary public office that was... Kane Office is a notary public office that officially administers various matters when a contract is made between two offices. A notary public office preserves evidence involved in a contractual process and certifies legal issues. Sometimes the office may play the role of a broker. Do I want to know what you meant, Weimer? What you were about to say? You know, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. When you work with Kane Office, the process you have to follow will usually be simple outside of a few special cases. Just a little misheard things. I hope you misheard and not that I misspoke. I guess we'll find out in the VOD! Not that I'll listen back to it, but you know. All you need to do is make a summary of all the details for the deal you're making and visit the office. And don't forget to take all the relevant documents with you. Notarial deed of promissory note. Migration permit for the nest, or for the backstreets, of District 00. Deed of forward contract. And everything else related to the deal. If you safely finished your business with Kane Office, those documents will become powerful pieces of evidence that will protect you in case a dispute breaks out for whatever reason. Why is this saying Kane Office when this is Gay's office? Alright, Dalek's page. The nest is a home where birds brood their eggs. They use their wings to devotedly protect their eggs from outside threat. Such is the role of the nest and wings that constitute the city. Do the eggs represent people inhabiting the nest then? Not a chance. These eggs are the treasures that the wings possess. Singularities, technologies that make money, featured in countless patents. Its residents are nothing more than feathers of the wings that serve to protect the eggs. A wing will end up falling when it loses too many of its feathers, but it won't bother to desperately protect all of its feathers since a feather or two will naturally grow back. They're basically expendables. Gay's office made a deal with Kane Office, if you recall correctly. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Wasn't Gay's office, weren't they outside the train? And they got contracted by the Kane Office to go look into the library or something? Is that what it was? It's kind of been a while, but I think it was something like that. The 26 wings have their own subset of culture. It might be a personal preference of the wing's founder or the influence of the singularity, but the cultural styles and social atmosphere vary vastly between the nests. The wing's policies also determine the culture of the backstreets that belong to it. Each wing has distinct sets of conducts. Some wings take a relatively corporate approach to their backstreets, while others thoroughly exploit them. But wings will be wings. Cooperation is just a fancy expression for taking advantage of the backstreets when the wing needs them. If you can't afford to enter a wing and have to live in the backstreets, you're best off settling in the district that suits you well. You'll still need a home and a source of income, of course. What did she say? I was zoning out. Are you talking about me? I was just reading. Oh well, moving on. Looney! Thank you for the sub! Thank you for the resub. Oh, the train thingy? Oh, that was, I think Gay's office got contracted by the Kane office. They were the ones who were investigating the train. They like put a tracker on the train or something. Yeah, Kane office gave Gaze an observation device which they sneaked onto the Molar office fixers so Gaze could investigate W Corp Singularity. Yeah, that! Okay, bonus page. People are hung up on money, but it's not just because they want to be well off. The formidable tax burden is a big part of why. No matter how humble your job is, you're still obligated to pay your duties if you earn money. It goes for every type of business transaction. Even syndicates are no exception. Anyone living in the city has to pay taxes. If you don't meet the deadline, you'll get a warning. For the first 3 offenses, you'll get a notice of warning and no other penalty. If you don't pay your taxes for the 4th time, then you're dead meat. They'll come for you. The Eye will seek out tax evaders by any means, and the person it sends will rip those poor cheats to shreds. Yay! Vicious IRS. Just gonna lurk, have fun, cat. Okay, thank you, Looney. Enjoy the lurk. Alright, Kuro Kumo Clan. Starting with Sayo's page. I really feel like her chibi art got a downgrade from her original art. Because she's just so pretty and sexy looking with her normal stuff. And then she looks like this. It's like, it's just a little disappointing. The hand of the backstreets is possibly the biggest reason no one dares to take care of the lawless land that is the backstreets. No associations or wings can touch it, and not even the head itself can easily interfere. The 5 syndicates at the apex of the backstreets are called the Thumb, the Index, the Middle, the Ring, and the Pinky, namely. They parcel out districts of the backstreets and comprehensively manage their territories, and periodically hold meetings to efficiently control the backstreets. They call this conference the Finger Bow Bell. I'm uncertain as to whether this name is meant to suggest that they actually make pinky swears, not to invade each other's territories, or if they call it as such simply because the fingers gather in one place. The mind of the higher-ups is a mystery, truly. Going back to the topic, when the Finger Bow Bell nears, all members of the 5 Fingers will try to avoid conflict and refrain from causing big problems. It's thanks to the leaders of each syndicate who caution their subordinates that fights between smaller syndicates could grow into a massive conflict between the big ones. Perhaps, if subsidiary syndicates ran into trouble, the seniors at the Finger Bow Bell... Is it bow or bow? Bell? I don't know. Would be faced with quite the embarrassment now, wouldn't they? There's really so much you can do with chibi art, so it's not surprising that she got a downgrade. I mean, yeah, but it's just disappointing. It's like there's something with the booba especially that just looks really weird. I think also her head might have gotten slightly misplaced. See, like, Yang looks fine. Jin looks fine. The henchman's awkward. Alright, Yang's page. They should have made the booba bigger than the head, 100%. Not quite that. But it's just like, there's that line right there. It looks so awkward. It's just, it don't look right. It just don't look great. Okay, King's page. There are two kinds of folks who hang around in the back streets at night. The predator and the prey. Pretty much everything going on in the city can be described as savage, but the other parts of the city at least put up an effort to package them in gentlemanly disguises. Even a cheap hamburger made from whatever unspeakable ingredients is still wrapped in a modern and rich packing, yeah? On the other hand, the back streets at night are filled with raw and blatant barbarity. Not even a layer of crude cover is there to censor this brutality. No deed is forbidden. No one is held responsible. Imagine the most appalling, vulgar, and filthy deed you can think of. I won't dare say beyond your imagination, since I have no idea how insane you might be, but I can guarantee that whatever you're thinking casually happens somewhere in the dark alleys of the back streets at night. Despite all that, people still inhabit the back streets. They doggedly struggle and survive in their own ways here. I still don't know how there's a population left in this city. Like, how? If people die just so casually, so quickly, how is anybody having enough kids and actually letting those kids grow up to actually replace the population? How? And if they're immigrants, like, why would anybody come to the city? Is it just in the hopes of joining a wing? I mean, yeah, that is probably the case, but like, ugh. Must be some crazy parenting packages. Yeah, something like that. All right, Jen's page. A fallen nest no longer has an owner. A fallen nest no longer has an owner to protect its inhabitants. What happens to them then? In the wreckage of the nest thus gradually turned into environments similar to the backstreets, all they can do is accept horrible deaths as backstreets residents do, or hire a fixer, or pay protection fees to one of the powerful syndicates that enter the nest and be under their care. Some move to a different wing, but this is an exceptionally rare case. The syndicate may charge ridiculously expensive fees, but they will keep you safe for sure once you pay them. If an even stronger syndicate comes in, drives off the others, and asks you to pay a protection fee, then there's no choice but to give your new protectors what they ask for. They'll protect you with their lives as long as you still have money to pay. The assets will become useless when you die anyhow, so you might as well spend it to extend your life for just a little longer. The former feathers don't have a choice in this matter. If they don't pay the fee, they'll die or get kicked out. It'd be a miracle to walk out unharmed. Yeah, the thing is that you have to make sure that it's a fee that they can actually pay and keep paying, because if you just kill off your money mules, then yeesh, if you kill off your chickens, we'll call the feathers chickens, then you don't get any eggs. Like, if you kill off the people who are actually, able to pay something, then you're just left with people who aren't able to pay anything. I don't know. At least with the example that they were going with, they were like, oh, this is like the richest household in this area, and yet they were just charging too much and they weren't even able to pay it. The trick is that you gotta make sure that it's expensive, but not absurd. Gotta make sure people can still afford it and still able to afford food afterwards. All right, henchman. You hear that news? We're about to collide with kingfishers again. Kingfishers? Don't remember that name at all. Were they a real thing? Syndicate's been struggling with finance and feuds between members recently. They seem to be getting back on their feet after raiding the constellars, but it looks like that didn't last long. They were relevant chaps, so I completely forgot about them. The Nas seem to be after them. Maybe they finally hit them. Weaklings will get hounded. And now they've been trying to invade our territory, desperate to loot anything. Doesn't matter. Their names wouldn't be so unmemorable if they were any strong. Taking him down shouldn't be a problem. And the fixers at Clam office that were cooperating with them from the back are gone too. Damn. What are they about? I think the Clam office might be a little shellfish. Okay, moving on. You just fell to your knees in your room. I'm so sorry. Okay, this time we'll work backwards. Links page, link. The Seven Association is a fixer association specializing in investigation and intelligence, and is knowledgeable in pretty much every affair that takes place in the city. Details about a syndicate gaining infamy in the backstreets of some place. The association probably knows what district it is exactly, but I left before I checked the details of it. All the information revealed about the distortion phenomenon which has been going around lately, when and where the fixer offices start up, and close businesses, and the beat goes on. The association treats all kinds of information about the city. Oh, they don't have access to top secret intels like the secrets of when singularities of each nest holds. Like the secrets of the singularities each nest holds. Man, I misread that one. Obviously speaking. When they solve cases, they usually cooperate with other associations like the Shi and the Liu. If you ask how the Seven Associations... Oh, no, just the Seven Association can secure its confidentiality despite holding lots of juicy info that could attract the many, it's likely because its staff aren't bad combatants by any means. They don't use fancy but crude workshop weapons that are basically large amalgamations of various technologies. Regular informants are armed with nothing more than a simple bladed tool. It sounds very underwhelming judging from the weapon alone, but they use the minimum technique with pinpoint precision to take down their foes. How does one do that? What, fall to their knees? Well, maybe if they were standing and tripped. I don't know. Moo-moo's page. Moo. I thought rabbits made more like huffing sounds. Like very soft. And rabbits can scream. Screaming rabbits are terrifying. But like falling to knees must be the worst way to deal with falling. I don't know, it depends on how you do it. I don't know, falling on your knees ain't too bad. It's better than falling on your face, that's for sure. They say the back streets are a nigh inhabitable hellscape, but the people here live on somehow. There's lots of people who live in fear every moment, but the others live a pretty normal life. Some think the back streets are totally shady and poorly aged slums, but we do have all the amenities we need here. For one, the supermarket's oink-likes aren't as good as those in the nest, but it's got everything people need. Clothing stores, groceries, dry cleaners, etc. I heard the details are different for each district, so there's that. I'm just telling you how things are where I live. People here aren't too unkind to each other. Those nest dwellers like to gossip about how we're cruel and dreary and all that, but the truth is we're doing just fine. Oh, and there's tons of good restaurants here. It's the street of flavor after all. Freshly baked meat pies, sketty made of special pasta. Your tongue and stomach have a wonderful time if you ever go on a trip to our district. We used to hand over the leftovers from our performances here to the local restaurants. The meat would go to waste if we left it on the spot, so we might as well give it to the people who can make good use of it. Ain't that right? When Wolf, Doodle Doo, and Hee Haw were around, we got enough chow to share with several eateries. But our find was halved since they were gone, and Oink kept making silly mistakes with and ruined those ingredients too often, so we quit that biz altogether. Just a tad unfortunate. We sometimes got tasty meals for free when we gave him our meat. Cannibalism. You shouldn't have taken the first message of the stream from you so seriously. Wait, what did you say at the start, Weimer? Yeah, these were the guys who were providing meat for Pierre and her eatery. Hee haw, doodle doo, woof and me. The four of us were moved to the core by the pianist's performance. To recreate the performance half as splendid as what we heard that day, we formed the musicians of Bremen to study the music. We tried flicking strings here and there, playing music while sitting on our backs, and even while headstanding. We still couldn't come close to the pianist level, but we managed to make our own brand of music, something that only the musicians of Bremen can play. Our performance was actually pretty fantastic, you know. Oh geez, something about 93% alcohol in your blood. Oh, Hoimer. Please drink water and get yourself something to eat. Please. Try to avoid that hangover in the morning. I know it's Friday, but please take care of your body. You only get one. It's not like in the city where you can just buy a new one. Your hangover is just extra sleep. Just take care of yourself, please. Drink water. Drink lots of water. And food. Make sure you get food. That's important too. Sadly, our time didn't last long. One day, a mysterious person approached us and asked us to join his ensemble and perform with him. Woof, Doodle Doo, and Hee Haw took the offer and left with that guy. I had to stay because of our new members that had just joined our band, though. Yep, Moo Moo and Oink. It's kinda uncomfortable just leaving behind, you know. We can't let him mess around and taint our name either. I've been practicing with them to create a performance that could get a standing ovation once my old bandmates come back. But at their current level of skills, the three would just cluck at these newbies' performance and go back to whatever they were doing. You do have water next to your bed. Okay, that's good at least. But please drink water. Alright, Wedge Office. Oscar's page. The 8 o'clock circus was a real sod of a case. Its leader wasn't a particularly powerful enemy, but it took a long time to assess the strengths and behavior of each of his crew. There's no specific pattern to it, and it was difficult to predict what would come next. It was akin to watching an erratic circus of lunacy. Their lair was mysterious and terrifyingly bleak. And their crew took hideous forms as well, looking too grotesque to possibly be considered normal living beings. They were as strong as they looked. When the blob shaped like a lion bit Pomeli with its blunt teeth, her body quite literally blew up on the spot. However, our enemies were slowly brought down from the vantage point, and when they were completely cornered, the leader escaped with a few of his crew. Even though we couldn't put an end to the case, we decided to prioritize recovering Pomeli's body, as we deemed the circus would be weakened enough to stay low for a while. As we stored Pomeli's head in a stasis preservation case and headed to the exit of the collapsing circus tent, we ran into a group of fixers. They seemed rather exhausted after fighting a swarm of the crew outside. I suppose that's why they couldn't enter the tent until that moment. It's not uncommon for 2 or more offices of fixers to be present at the scene of a finished case, so I gently nodded to greet them, identifying ourselves as fixers of Wedge Office who have come here to solve the case. The shortest person among them, the aged-looking woman who appeared to be the representative of that group, looked around the circus tent, let out a deep sigh, and introduced herself as Moses of Moses's office, while smoking from her pipe. Moses then started thinking, presumably ruminating over what words to choose. She must have taken a request that's rather tricky to disclose. The two people behind her nervously exchanged glances with each other, appeared to be her bodyguards of some sort. Having such trivial thoughts, I waited for this Moses person to resume speaking. After a brief period of silence, Moses breathed out smoke in the other direction and asked me where the leader of the circus went. Since I don't know much better than them, I told them what I could in brief. They seemed troubled by my unhelpful answer, but they soon accepted it and left the scene. That group reportedly appears every time a case of the distortion is solved. They're allegedly working as the distortion detective, but recent witnesses of their appearance were always followed with a distortion case in the same location. While it's unclear whether they're involved in this case, I believe there's enough reason to be wary of them. The Moses ones, huh? That's in the Moses office. Interesting name. All right, Pamela. Life insurance for fixers is often a sham. A lot of them take your money, never to give it back. Even if you terminate your insurance, they won't. It's not easy for your damage to be insured either. You have to be at death's door to qualify, pretty much. The chances are as low as winning the lottery. And what if you just end up dead? What can the dead do with money? It'd be better making a savings account for an augment procedure or quality workshop gear. That was a very lucky case. Keep in mind that this isn't the norm at all. Insurance can sometimes be useful depending on its form and conditions, sure, but if you take the pay into account, it still doesn't feel too great. You do a bit of spilling? No! I hope it was the water you spilled and not something sticky. And then Pamela's. Or Pamela's. Oh, it's the exact same hair. They just chopped off, like, right here. Like, even the shading's exactly the same. Oh, energy drink on the PC. Oh, no. That stuff has a ton of sugar. Oh, it's gonna be really sticky. I hope you can get it cleaned up well. I love the little frills. They're so cute. Basically speaking, people who visit our office are looking for shrewd and precise situational assessment rather than combat prowess. The ability to make quick calculations for various possible scenarios and neutralize or kill the enemy with the least effort. We are hunters of the city. We wedge pierce the requests we get with swiftness and precision. Of course, our office isn't perfect in any regard, or in every regard, so we're in partnership with a number of other offices. Fixer offices often request others for help with when reinforcements or professional aid in specific areas is needed. In the case of our office, we were sister offices with Dawn office, sharing more information than we did with most other partners. Oscar is good friends with Salvador, the man running that office, and they've known each other for quite some time, but there's more to this sisterhood than that. Wedge office excels at analyzing the capabilities of foes, and Dawn office specializes in combat, so it's only natural that we go well together. Kind of funny that the one that specializes in combat is the one that died first. I hope none fell through the holes. Oh geez. I hope not. Turn off your PC if you need to. Alright, Jacan's page. The rusted chains ain't the biggest syndicate, but each member's got strength to boot and boast. The only weapon we use is these spiky chains. Tie 'em, smack 'em, anything goes. Gotta be careful not to get swung or swayed around or bind ourselves with our own metal. My body's full of scars thanks to that, but hey, It's not too bad, is it? Chain links page. Ugh, every part of my body is aching. Cloudy bastards. Why are they picking at us so much? They're taking some serious damage on our side. Heard the blade of the lineage also got messed up. Got any news? Heard our boss is gonna go out and talk to him. If the boss is going alone, won't that be dangerous? Other side's also only sending their top dog or whatevs. No need to worry about the boss. Right. They're weaklings individually. That's why they like to move in packs. Don't see any problems, so you guess it's fine. I hope so. I hope so. Why my phone going off so much? In the city, there are as many workshops as there are unique gadgets. This is a workshop-affiliated fixer. And the Trace Association is the one responsible for managing those workshops in general. It reviews newly designed weapons, files applications for the head, and charges taxes for them. You can't use the weapons that haven't passed their evaluation. Getting a rejection from them basically means they see the weapon as something that shouldn't be used in this city. They aren't too cold about it though. They sometimes send the applicants feedback about how they can improve their designs to a passable level. Not that we need it, since our latest weapon passed on the first try. I think I read this one before. Hanafuda's page, she's so pretty. Although I guess saying spilling is a bit too much since it was only like a couple droplets. I'm glad it was only a little bit. It's still always terrifying when you spill something on the PC though. I have mine on a table next to me. Not actually on my desk. I'd be very sad if I got something on my mouse though. It's got 12 programmable keys on it and I love it. In the nest of gambling, hundreds of games take place every day. The humans are leaving as winners or losers. Some admit their defeat, while others try to make a scene and escalate it into a violent mess. It's the job of offices like ours to monitor the gaming between individuals or organizations, verify the results, and prevent situations from turning violent. There are naturally a lot of offices that handle this kind of work, most of them being affiliated with the Ofuri Association, ours included. Whenever a game happens with something at stake, a go-between needs to be there to prove that the results were legitimate. Given the sheer number of games, we're short-handed sometimes. If laptop, turn off immediately, remove battery, yep. Problem with me is the fact that I tend to stack my drinks on top of each other conveniently next to my PC. Oh no! I would not trust myself to stack drinks. Yeah, no. There's a disaster ready to happen. It seems like you like to test fate. I'm kind of with Flo here. Yeah. Especially if they're cans, just do not want. Yeah, get a bag. Put empty cans in bag. That's a much safer way to do it. Alright, and another one from similar to Hanafuda, a Jong Office Fixers page. And this is the last one. After this, I think I'm probably going to swap over to Handcam stream. I will need probably about half an hour to get that set up. So yeah, we'll see, but most residents at Nest J are relying on a special entity. I can't talk much about it, but it's like the fortune readings others sometimes see. It predicts the events that'll happen to you during a year like an annual fortune, and gives opinions on immediate matters. It never gives a direct solution to your problems, though. It's up to you to make your choices, but I can't deny that has a strong influence on your decision. This is the nest of gambling. You hear all sorts of noise daily. It almost drives you mad. Gunshots and screams aren't exactly swell to wake up to. Those sounds used to wake me up every day, but not anymore. The person living in room 1829 vanished after losing a bet a week ago, and I saw him carrying a large coffin out of room 1831 yesterday. Okay, that was a really short one. Okay. Yeah, it's been 3 hours of library, so that's not too bad. Am I going to end stream and then start without saying anything just so people lose watch streak? I mean... Okay, I didn't do that one on purpose, okay? I just did not want to redo that fight. And I happened to win. And I wanted to make sure stuff was actually on... like... on camera, I guess. Okay? I want to have all the lore on the VODs. It's fine. It's whatever. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is that I am going to go ahead and end the stream. Look at this troll. She's trolling us. Okay, well, the reason I want this one to be separate streams is because I plan for the handcam one to be unarchived. Normally, I do archive them. However, I want to have Christmas music up and... yeah. And I don't want the VOD to just have completely silent BGM, so I'm just gonna have it be unarchived. Unless you guys really think I should have it archived with just silent BGM. But I don't really want to have that, so... I feel like just unarchived is a little better. Yeah, Christmasing time! I'm playing with my eyes because you guys redeemed googly eyes, and this is just fun for me. I like playing with my eyes, okay? Oh, jeez. Oh, I made myself dizzy. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can't make it do a full circle. I haven't been able to. Unfortunately, it's very hard for me to actually monitor it while I'm doing this. Oh my gosh, yeah, that made me dizzy. Okay, I'm not doing that again. Not tonight. Not today. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, like I said, it's programmed to reach the top max. I'm not sure how they set this up. Okay, well, you know what? I like the googly eyes. I'll at least let the googly eyes time out. How about that? Okay, and while I do that... What the heck? Why is the viewer count up higher now? What the heck? Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and find the Christmas music. So we can either do YouTube or Spotify. You know what? I'm gonna do Spotify. Because at least if I do that, then I can have a little thing showing what song is playing. And then we can also swap over to Weep music if... yeah. Okay, we're just doing Christmas. Christmas music. Christmas is so soon. It's crazy. And part of the reason why I'm doing the hand cam is because I'm going to be working on Christmas presents for people. So... yeah, those sunglasses really do fit super well. They fit great. When doing the modify thing, are you able to... how does that work? Maybe I'll have to try that myself. I'll do that later, not right now. It's the hidden smug emote. It kind of does look like that, huh? Oh, okay. Googly eyes are over. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream. I'll probably leave it off for like 5 minutes just so that I can make sure that Twitch sees them as 2 separate streams. So I'm not rating out because I'm gonna be starting the stream again here soon. Okay. We'll see you guys soon.